Hey there, my name is Tina and I'm from Handmade by Tina. Today we're going to learn how to do some really simple basic crochet steps so you can learn and teach yourself how to crochet basically. So today we're using Yarn Inspiration Simply Soft yarn in the color Watermelon, and we have a 8 or a 5mm crochet hook in the size H or 8. So as long as you have some yarn and a crochet hook, it doesn't really matter what size you're using today. It's very basics just for learning, so especially if you have a bigger crochet hook to your yarn, it's probably better so you can see as you go on a larger scale. So what we're going to do here is do a basic slip knot. So this is not the way I learned how to do a slip knot. I found this later in life, and I think it's just an easy way to learn how to slip knot for those very beginners. So what we're going to do is take our tail end and give ourselves some slack. Okay, so probably around to here, so you have that much yarn. Take your yarn here and you're gonna sort of twist it and give yourself a loop. Okay, so if you're a kid, you get small hands, you can make yourself a big loop. Then you take your tail end and you swing it around the back of that loop. So now it sort of just looks like a no symbol. Then you can take your hook and pull up that slack from the middle, take your two ends, and then pull. Okay, so now you have yourself a slip knot. And we call it a slip knot because you can slip it larger and you can tug it to be smaller. So it slips, slip knot. So we'll do that again. So to undo your slip knot, just pull. Okay. So again, take the end of your yarn, make a loop, take your tail, swing it to the back, pull up that slack in the middle with your hook, take your two ends and pull. Okay, so now we want to tighten our slip knot, so we'll take our tail end and we'll pull that to tighten. Okay, so now to begin learning how to chain, take your ball end of your yarn, so your slack, and bring it over to your left hand side. So what I do, most crochet hooks have this little thumb spot here, so you can put your thumb here if you want to. And to start, I sort of just hold on to my slip knot with my index finger, okay? Or my pointer finger, I should say. And then you can take your other yarn, your slack yarn, and we're gonna yarn over. So that's called yarning over when you pull it around. And then you bring up your loop here and your yarn over, and you pull that yarn over through your slip knot. That is a chain one. So that's your first chain. So we're going to continue doing that. So yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through. Okay, so for this we're going to do a chain of 21. So we're going to count our chains so far. We have 1, 2, 3, and 4. So to tell, it sort of looks like a little V. Okay, so each of these V's counts as 1. So we have 4 so far. We're going to do it again, yarn over, pull through for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and one more for 21. So we're going to have rows of 20. So the reason why we do 21 is because if you try to do a single crochet into the first loop, it doesn't work. It sort of negates itself. It deletes that one chain. Okay, so from here, to do our first single crochet, now that we learned how to slip knot and chain, we're going to do our first single crochet. We're going to take our hook and we're going to go into the second chain from the hook. So this is the first chain from the hook. This is the second chain from the hook. Take your hook, put it into the second chain from the hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over and pull through. Okay, so that's a single crochet. Do that again, yarn over, pull through, yarn over and pull through. Now you have 2 single crochets. So keep doing that across the row. We're going to do 20. So right now we have 1, 2, 3. Insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, and pull through. Okay, keep going, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, and pull through. So now to count how many we have, in case you lost track and you're not counting, each of these V's again is your single crochet. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 single crochets so far. Okay, so into the 6th one, we're going to insert our hook, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through 2. Okay, keep going, you insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over and pull through. And keep going down the row until you have 20. Try to keep your hands kind of loose. I know a lot of beginners tend to pull really tightly. You don't need to do that unless you're trying to make your work tight. For this, we're going to go really, really loosely. So keep your hands soft, keep your hook soft and your yarn soft. So if I was to do this really tightly, I would end up going normally and then tightening it. You don't need to do that. You can keep it all loose so that's easier for you to find where your crochets are. If you make them too tight, it ends up being harder to insert your hook, and that's not what we want to do right now. Okay, we're almost at the end. We'll go back and count to make sure we didn't lose count and to keep track of our single crochet. So I have 2 left, so let's make sure I have 18. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay, insert and pull through. And to our last one, we're going to insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, and pull through. So now we have 20 single crochets in our first row. Okay, so now to go to the second row, you need to do chain 1. So we're just going to chain like we did before, yarn over, and pull through, and we did a chain 1. So this is 20 single crochets and 1 chain 1. And now we can turn our work over. So now we're going to start on our second row. Okay, so same thing. Now you have single crochets here instead of chains. So it looks the same where you have the little V and you know that's your first single crochet. So we're going to insert our hook into both of those loops, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. Insert our hook into the next. You get those 2 little loops there, yarn over and pull through both of those, yarn over again and pull through 2. Do that again, insert our hook into the next little V, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through 2. We'll keep going until we get 20 more single crochets for our second row. I'll try to go as slow as I can while I'm doing this so that you can kind of follow along and see how I do my technique. Oops. It's okay if you make a mistake, you can just pull it right on out. Insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. Insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through both. Insert, yarn over. There you go. I'm going to keep going again until we get to the end. Now if you want to continue practicing this, you can go for as long as you want, even to the point where you've already made yourself a scarf. So here it looks like I made a little bit of a mistake. I didn't get my yarn through the whole thing, but that's okay. I can sort of just force my hook through, yarn over and pull through, yarn over and pull through, and it sort of neatens itself out. Again, go there. There you go. So it doesn't look like a mistake. It's okay if you make a mistake. You can always pull out any loops that you need to. Don't get disheartened. It's going to happen. It happens a lot, especially in the beginning. Even for experts, it happens where you have to pull out some of your work. Not a big deal at all. Don't get frustrated. It happens. Okay, and then yarn over, pull through, insert our hook, yarn over, pull through. We have 2 more to go, almost there. Insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. Our last one here. So this is where it gets kind of confusing for a lot of beginners. So this is your last single crochet, and if you're not sure, go back and count your work. The best thing to do is to keep track by counting. So I count in multiples of 5 just so I don't get lost, but you can count however you want. So as long as you can see your work, it's not too tight, you'll be able to count back. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So I know this is my last loop. This here gets confusing for some people because it is your chain 1 when you turned. So that does not count in this instance. Okay, so we're going to insert a hook into our last single crochet, yarn over, we'll pull through, we'll yarn over and pull through again. So now let me get some slack. Now we're ready for our 3rd row. Again, make sure you chain 1, turn your work, and then continue. So we've done 2 rows. You can continue for as long as you want. Keep practicing. If you get confused, go on ahead and rewind this tape, or this video I should say, and then go back to the basics. So don't get frustrated. Just keep going back and looking at it again and keep trying. So if you have any questions, please leave me a comment, subscribe, like this video, and I'll put some links to my Instagram and Facebook page at the end, and I'll continue to make videos as long as you need me to. So this is a single crochet. The next thing we'll do is some half double crochets and double crochets, and pretty soon you'll know a lot. So like and subscribe. Let me know what you think in the comments. Have fun.